What is going on, everybody? Hope you are having a good day today. Let's see what's going on around things. Yeah, Bungie, man, have huge layoffs. Activision, what's going on with you? We got anything good? Oh yeah, so Microsoft had earnings yesterday, and Activision. See if we can find a screenshot of it. Call of Duty won't let you use FJB, LGB, or FKH as your clan tag and name because of profanity, but it'll use FDT. That's pretty effed up. Political video games should be apolitical, but here we are. Activision was never your friend, nor is Bungie or any other company that puts politics or degeneracy in video games. Yeah. Bungie is paying the piper today, or a lot of people that work there today. A lot of layoffs there today. See if we can find. Nope. Nope. Where is... There's a screenshot of it somewhere. This is it. Activision. This is from Microsoft. Net impact from Activision. Revenue 1.7 billion. Cost of revenue 0.9. Gross margins 0.78. Operating expenses 0.135. 1.35. Not whatever I said. An operating income loss. So they actually lost money. Yeah. Video game industry is still hurting, man. Why is this under Activision? White dudes for Trump, white dudes for Harris. That's kind of funny, man. A bunch of freakos over here. A bunch of hard-ass dudes over here. Hulk Hogan's kind of old. I get that. But this is all actually in kind of response talking about white dudes. There was a white dudes for Harris conference call, video call that was held. A lot of people from California on it, Hollywood, and it's like, why do y'all gotta appeal to white dudes? Just crazy. Those people are liberal no matter what, so they ain't changing their damn mind. All right, anyways, yeah, that's Activision. We celebrate Intern Day. We celebrate Intern Day here in the U.S. with a field trip to Blizzard Irvine. Activision and King interns joined our Blizzard interns on campus for networking, a special tour, and a chance to win cool prizes, all while enjoying delicious ice cream. Wow, that's cool. I mean, I'm down for some ice cream. They could have said, hey, we're going to go have ice cream. I'm like, I'm there. Walkouts have power. When Activision Blizzard Skeletons came out years ago, other surrounding studios walked out in solidarity with AB devs that were walking out in protest. Bungie peeps, I know you're hurting, but you have more power than you realize. Now is the time. You do have a lot more power than what you realize. But the other thing is, if y'all don't put out a good product, you're not gonna have any damn power. Microsoft earnings report, yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah, Activision. Yeah. What do you notice is missing?
Came here to shine so it's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got
Up. Oh, she got no underwear on. There was no lining on that butt. That's a hell of an impressive catch, though. That's some teamwork. The other thing I noticed, all female there. Super wedgie. How are we feeling out there? We've been running through feedback items this morning, but always happy to hear what's going on in your mind. I like how they posted that yesterday. And then today, the person that posted that's probably gone. Cops Laughter Season Life. Man's Life Savings. Marine veteran Stephen Lara's money was handed over to the DEA, which held onto it for months, even though he had done nothing wrong. The money was eventually returned following media attention. Stephen Lara then sued NHP and DEA for damages. When was this? Oh, wow. This was January. Good freaking gosh, man. Why is this advertisement this freaking big? Oh, my gosh. Last year, about a year and a half ago. And for robbing his savings, can finally move on. Yeah. Nearly 2 years ago. February 2021 is when it happened. Yeah, dude. It's, that... I wonder if the administration did anything about it to those cops that did that. Nevada Highway Patrol, NHP. That's what NHP was. And DEA. Yeah, man. Hopefully those cops were fired. All right, what'd she nail?
Me. Don't his supporters want people like you deported? Who are people like me? A minority? So do you just assume that every minority is here illegally or not an American citizen? I'm actually born in Denver, so are you referring to the fact that they want to deport me back to Denver? Or are you talking to my parents? Because my parents did migrate here legally during the Vietnam War, but they became citizens over 20 years ago. So I don't know who you're talking about when you say people like you. See, that's the problem behind liberals. If you let them talk long enough, they'll reveal to you everything that they claim Donald Trump is. And the fact of the matter is, when you guys...
And just looking, but it looks like a white woman is the one that commented this comment.
Constantly talking about how Donald Trump wants to deport all these immigrants. He is trying to deport people that are here illegally. You guys all claim you're all about law and order, and that's why you're going to support Kamala Harris, because she was a DA prosecutor, and supposedly Donald Trump is a felon, but yet you're okay with illegal immigrants coming in unlawfully, and when Donald says he's going to fix it and make it a lawful country, you're getting upset, and then you're coming in and accusing and assuming, because I'm a minority, I must be here illegally. So you must think that about all minorities and people of color, right?
Well, yeah. Because minorities don't know what they actually are. We need white women, liberal white women, to tell everybody what's really going on.
Needs an AR-15. Democrats like to say that no one needs an AR-15 for self-defense. That no one could possibly need all 30 rounds. But when this rifle is the only thing standing between your family and a dozen angry Democrats in Klan hoods, you just might need that semi-automatic and all 30 rounds.
Damn! Jerome for Congress. That was actually kind of hard. Where at, bud? Dang it. Jerome for Congress. Hold on, where's there it is. Boom. We'll leave that there for a second. Run for Congress. Awesome. So now if that happened, I'm gonna look this up in incognito mode. You know how Google be. Run for Congress. What? Did I misspell it? You're not just security. I've never had that happen. All right, well, sorry, Jerome for Grinders. I'm not going there, bud. All right. Maybe it's fake. This is actually kind of funny. Go back in time and adventure on the roofs of Paris and other legendary cities through Assassin's Creed Classic games with Ubisoft Plus from now until August 8th. Players can subscribe to get their first month of Ubisoft Plus Classic for just $1. All right. Rareware. Ooh, what's the first game that comes to mind? Man, I've seen that logo, but I can't think of games that Conker's Bad Furry Day. Donkey Kong. Do you remember Donkey Kong? Man, Donkey Kong was so much fun back in the day. Boom, this woman says everything so perfectly and sums up every issue that is upside down in our country 100%. Keep this video and show it to Democrats. Titanic America is taking on water and sinking fast. All right, hold up.
I never dreamed that I would have to face the prospect of not living in the United States of America. At least not the one I've known all my life. I've never wished to live anywhere else. This is my home, and I was privileged to be born here. But today I woke up, and as I had my morning coffee, I realized that everything is about to change. No matter how I vote, no matter what, I say something evil has invaded our nation, and our lives are never going to be the same. I've been confused by the hostility of family and friends. I look at people I've known all my life, so hate-filled that they agree with opinions they would never express as their own. I think I may have, entered the twilight zone. We become a nation that has lost its collective mind. You can't justify this insanity. If a guy pretends to be a woman, you're required to pretend with him. Somehow, it's un-American for the census to count how many Americans are in America. Russians influencing our elections are bad, but illegals voting in our elections are good. It was cool for Joe Biden to blackmail the president of Ukraine, but it's an impeachable offense if Donald Trump inquires about it. 20 is too young to drink a beer, but 18 is old enough to vote. People who've never owned slaves should pay slavery reparations to people who have never been slaves. People who have never been to college should pay the debts of college students who took out huge loans for their degrees. Immigrants with tuberculosis and polio are welcome, but you better be able to prove your dog is vaccinated. Irish doctors and German engineers who want to immigrate to the U.S. must go through a rigorous vetting process, but any illiterate gangbangers who jump the southern fence are welcome. $5 billion for border security is too expensive, but $1.5 trillion for free healthcare is not. If you cheat to get into college, you go to prison, but if you cheat to get into the country, you go to college for free. People who say there is no such thing as gender are demanding a female president. We see other countries going socialist and collapsing, but it seems like a great plan to us. Some people are held responsible for things that happened before they were born, and other people are not held responsible for what they're doing right now. Criminals are caught and released to hurt more people, but stopping them is bad because it's a violation of their rights. And pointing out all this hypocrisy somehow makes us racist. Nothing makes sense anymore. No values, no morals, and no civility. People are dying of a Chinese virus, but it's racist to refer to it as Chinese even though it began in China. We're clearly living in an upside-down world where right is wrong and wrong is right, where moral is immoral and immoral is moral, where good is evil and evil is good, where killing murderers is wrong but killing unborn babies is A-okay. Wake up, America. The great unsinkable ship, Titanic America, has hit an iceberg, is taking on water, and is sinking fast. Speak up.
Pretty good. Pretty good. The ocean is shrouded in mystery. It covers about 71% of the Earth's surface. Yeah, we know very little about it when you consider how vast it is. Yeah, man. Oh, dude. Yeah, did y'all see this? Megan Thee Stallion was, did a bunch of twerking at some Kamala Harris, Atlanta, event. It's like, what do you need? What do you need to be up there dancing for? Why is she even putting on a show? If it's supposed to be like a political event and stuff, like, what is the reason? Why haven't we seen any videos of Kamala Harris just talking? Was she even there? Was Kamala Harris even there? I don't know. It's just crazy that, like, that's what it came down to. Oh my gosh. It's very rare to see investors ask about Xbox or Microsoft's earnings calls, but BMO's Keith Bachman did last night. The answer is interest from Microsoft CEO not Satya Nadella, as he mentions a bigger focus on PC gaming as well as excitement around bringing Xbox cloud gaming to more places. CFO Amy Hood points towards Xbox moving towards what looks more like, to us, a software annuity and subscription business with enhanced transactions and the ownership of IP. Hood points to the progress with Game Pass and IP that can be monetized in multiple ways. So interesting. Definitely no mention of hardware. Like, no mention of like hardware, right? It looks more like, to us, a software annuity and subscription business. So that's, yeah, I mean, nothing, no mention of hardware. So probably see Xbox continue to go away. And it'd be interesting to see how that goes, because we do know that, I mean, I'm not saying cloud gaming sucks, but there are some games that are not ideal for cloud gaming. Not ideal at all. Like first-person shooters, you don't want to be doing that. Latency is too low, too slow. So, like if you're doing like a turn-based strategy game, yeah, Civilization, stuff like that. That would be totally fine. Stuff where speed isn't required, probably okay. But yeah, that's gonna be very interesting to see where Xbox, like, do they even do a new Xbox after the Xbox Series? I mean, the rumors are they are, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, dude, I'm not watching that. It's fucked up. I've seen it. Hose for Harris take the stage for her rally in Atlanta. That's funny. Oh my God, please go away. Judge Joe Brown doesn't hold back in Kamala Harris. She's a piece of shit. She lacked professional competence, and she worked on it by hiking up her she worked on it by hiking up her hemline. Damn, that's crazy. All right, EA CEO calls the next Battlefield one of the most ambitious projects in our history, as all hands get to work on a Battlefield universe. Wow. Okay. From PC Gamer. Published this morning. Like in the middle of the night morning. Jeez. All right. EA CEO calls the next Battlefield one of the most ambitious projects in our history, as all hands get to work on a Battlefield universe. All right. EA's Andrew Wilson sure likes his bold claims. When he ascends to the CEO throne, he declared that EA was going to be the world's greatest games company. Bullshit. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Mr. Andrew Wilson. I don't know when did Mr. Andrew Wilson, EA CEO Andrew Wilson, when did you take over there, sir? You look like a creepy. You look like a creepy. When did you take over, dude? Why is it so hard to see this? Andrew Wilson is an Australian businessman who has been CEO of Electronic Arts since September of 2013. Yeah, I was going to say, like, in the past maybe a couple of years, but, dude, you've been there for over 10 years. Definitely not the greatest. Definitely not the world's greatest games company. Anyways, earlier this year, he was imagineering a world in which 3 billion people were creating EA's games using EA's AI tech. Now, he's saying the next Battlefield is going to be absolutely massive. So massive. It's going to be so massive that it's one of the most ambitious projects of our history. Sorry, I had to channel my inner Trump. That definitely just felt like a Trump. Just felt like a Trump saying right there. Had to do it. It's so massive. Anyways, that quote comes from Wilson's preparing remarks regarding EA's Q1 2025 financial results released yesterday. The company had a good year, reckon the execs who say releases like EA. The company had a good year, reckon the execs who say releases like EA Sports, College Football 25, and strong live service performance have delivered Q1 results above expectation. They also very excited about Madden, EA Sports, FC. I don't know what FC is. And of course, Dragon Age, the Veilguard. But it's the Battlefield hype that catches my eye. The series has endured a rocky road recently. An entire studio dedicated to single-player Battlefield stuff got laid off in a flash earlier this year, and Battlefield 2042 hasn't exactly won over the hearts and minds of longtime fans. The game sits at an unenviable beige mixed rating over on Steam. You wouldn't know. Hold on. You wouldn't know that to hear Wilson talk about the next one, this is not just one of our top priorities, it is also one of the most ambitious projects in our history. We have brought together the very best team, coupled with the resources and technology they need to deliver an epic Battlefield experience. Man, you got to be real careful. There's so many game developers, big time game developers, most ambitious projects. We've seen that from so many developers. Most ambitious project, hugely ambitious project. And it's like, dude, they're not paying off. Stop doing it. That's why a lot of y'all keep going under. Just make quality. Just quality. Just focus on a quality product, not most ambitious. Despite the studio closure earlier this year, Wilson had previously referred to the team working on the next Battlefield as the largest Battlefield team in franchise history, set to build a Battlefield universe across connected multiplayer and single-player experiences. I imagine that kind of stuff might sting if you were one of the devs at the now shuttered studio. In other words, Wilson is chatting like EA is putting a lot of eggs in the Battlefield basket despite the series' lackluster performance over the last several years, apparently encouraged by our team's unique ability to listen, learn, and draw inspiration from the community to deepen connection with the franchise, a talent that has drawn over 25 million players over the last 12 months. To be fair, he might have a point. Our own FPS czar Morgan Park reckons EA managed to turn the game around in the end, but it's hard not to feel like that rocky launch did lasting damage. I'll be very curious to see if DICE managed to live up to Wilson's hype with the upcoming Battlefield universe. I worry about the fallout if it doesn't. Yeah, that is very true. Dude, like, I get it, man. Some of these game developers are like, man, we gotta go bigger. We gotta go bigger. But it's like you're still seeing contractions in the gaming space. Like less players, less play time, all that kind of stuff is still happening. And game developers keep going bigger. So that's just more and more expensive and less revenue to kind of go get. And if these more ambitious projects don't pay off, well, what winds up happening is what just happened to Bungie and, laying off a third of your studio. And, dude, you've got to just dial it back. Just stick with quality and you kind of build upon it. You don't have to come out with this grandiose thing. It can be ambitious in the long run. It doesn't have to come out as ambitious. Focus on the quality part. Focus on the part that makes people have a great experience. And you'll probably do okay. Anyways, PC Gamer. That was a good, pretty decent article. All right. If you're planning to play Star Wars Outlaws on August 30th, you should plan to play it on Xbox Series XS. Power your dreams. Okay. I'm hugely curious about this game. I know it's kind of an expensive game from what I've heard. I've heard also the aiming in that game is pretty shite. I guess there was a lot of content creators that actually got to play the game early. So, there you go. Trump is weird. I can't afford rent or groceries anymore. You fucking retard. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Trump is weird. But I'm living on the street. Yeah, dude, the weapon inspection from Call of Duty. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool, man. Holy shit, for real? Wow. So Green Day had a... Oh, that's another band that's about to be... about to find out their value just went down a lot. Green Day holding up a Trump mask with the word idiot across. It's he was just recently shot in the head, I mean, why don't you guys just shut the fuck up? This is actually kind of funny. Liberals, if we could just tail Trump, if we could just jail Trump, get rid of MAGA and the Electoral College, stack the Supreme Court, ban voter ID, and censor free speech, we could save democracy. Yeah, I like that. That's actually pretty funny. Oh, that's true. Riley Gaines. Oh, damn. As if the satanic display at the opening ceremony wasn't enough, the Olympics glorified men punching women in the face with the intent of knocking them unconscious. I mean, Khalif is one of 2 male boxers fighting women at the Olympics. A woman is going to die.
Pudo contrarrestar lo rápido.
So I heard about this yesterday, that the Olympics allowed 2 men to fight women. Boxers. Oh my gosh. That dude doesn't, I mean, he don't look like no chick. That dude literally looks like a girl. I mean, that dude looks like a dude, not a chick at all. Olympics, dude, the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, they don't give a shit. They don't care as long as they make more money. They don't care. Like, did someone give them money to allow this to happen? I'm sure that happened. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Because they don't care. They're like one of the most corrupt. FIFA, or is it FIFA or FIBA, or is it FIFA and they just run FIBA? Both of those organizations are absolutely horrible. The IOC and FIFA, oh my gosh, they are horribly corrupt, dude. Just re-upping this. That's funny. Okay. The difference between PlayStation and Xbox active users. PlayStation Network, 123 million active users in December of 2023. That was reported at the beginning of this year. So about 6-7 months ago. And then Microsoft CEO says the sector has 500 million monthly active users across gaming platforms, devices. Our content pipeline has never been stronger. That was announced, the Microsoft part. That was announced at their earnings that came out Tuesday night. So yeah, that's big time. It's big time. And everybody like, oh man, PlayStation consoles are the best, and it's like I don't want to go play PlayStation consoles, but also like Microsoft's still pumping out pipeline. Honestly, if you're an Xbox gamer, I would just move to PC. I would just move to PC because they're going to continue to put their games out on PC, and I don't really know where the Xbox sits in that long run. Even the Xbox director, I forget her name. Shoot, I forget her name. Even she mentioned stuff about software and stuff. She didn't mention anything about the Xbox console. So I am a woman. Bro, you look like you got hit by a freaking truck. Maybe you did. Maybe that's why your brain's messed up too. All right. The most surreal sky phenomenon ever caught in camera. This is really cool. I think this was like earlier this year that happened. That is pretty cool. All right, let's check this out.
For them, and I don't know if he wasn't listening. Okay, so I just got into my car after going on a date, right? And let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with like men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay? And are you going to cover them? And I don't know if he wasn't listening or like what the deal was or whatever, but when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked, and then he opened it and it's receipts. Hello, Pre-post date expenses, hello. Like, what kind of females do you be dating? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I handed it to him and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this. It was $478 for pre and post date expenses. You asked.
Is this real? Are you guys really experiencing that? Like, I'm not giving you... I ain't paying for shit. Especially the first date. No, you paying your part. Facts. After that, maybe we'll see. It depends how much I like you. But ain't no way that any woman, especially one with that kind of mental attitude, should be expecting any kind of pre and post date expenses. What? So her name here, the real scam doll. I'm curious if like this has got to be like satire. This has got to be like a satire account.
Me on a date, and mind you, we really didn't even have that good a conversation because he was on his phone the whole time, and I have a very strict no phone policy on dates. Hello, you're here to pay attention to me. Look at all the effort that I had to put into going on this date, and now you have a problem with pre and post date expenses? Are you fucking kidding? Okay, so I just...
Damn. She'll be single forever. If this is legit, if this is her real attitude, maybe it is. Maybe she's just summing up like a lot of other, or maybe this is re-uploaded by this real scam doll. I don't know, account. But hell no. If I was him, I wouldn't even have been at the date. I just would have got up and walked out like, yeah, see ya. Man, don't tolerate that bullshit. Don't tolerate that bullshit, man. Whoa. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. Yes, I can. Thanks. Can't you read? Oh, man. Yeah, satire comment coming. Yes. My lottery ticket for the night. Numbers. Dude, look at those legs. Those are huge legs. I'm not saying she looks bad, but that's a little too muscular for me. She looks good. Not my style. She looks good. Oh man, a breakaway. Wow. Who's this from? Who's this between? United States? Alex Cedric leads Team USA to the first ever Olympic Rugby Sevens medal for the United States on the final play of the game. Wow. Wow.
That is amazing.
Toss out to the side. Just bulldozer and no one there. Where's the second tier? Where's the third tier level of defense? That's why you have linebackers. That's why you have linebackers. Get through that D line. You're not there. It's all good. Man, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Ramsey. Cedric. Spiff Cedric's away. Cedric up over the 50, the 40. She's going to take it all the way. Cedric for the USA.
And I am so beside myself right now.
It is level at 12 apiece. The conversion will win the bronze medal for Team USA. Yes, Sammy, we got you. Calm down. It's all
Bronze
down
medal.
to the kick. Wow, just wow.
This is going to be the easier kick right down the middle.
There it is.
Oh my
There
God.
it is. Cedric with the conversion, and Team USA make history in Paris.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That is amazing.
That's
Along
crazy.
the bar, the hands in the air. They've done what no other American rugby team in sevens have ever done before. 100 years after the men's 15-a-side team won the gold medal in this city against France.
Dude, doing that. Look at that. Just
Take it all the way.
that's awesome. Good for them winning that. Get bronze. But to do that at the Olympics, oh my gosh, like that's just, you know, a rugby match, cool to have that happen. But man, at the Olympics for a medal at the Olympics, damn, that's awesome. Speaking of the Olympics, y'all hear about this story? Oh man, what was it? The triathlon. Olympic triathlon. There we go. So we'll see if we can find some good information about it. Oh man. So if you hadn't heard about this this triathlon, so apparently the area that they used for the swimming part of it, right? It's 3 parts, right? You got the swimming, the running, and the biking. And the swimming part of it was going through, I guess, a river that they dump sewage into. Sewage leads into this river. And yeah, here you go. So Paris had spent 1.5 billion to clean up the Seine River for the Olympics, only to have the triathlon swim training to be canceled and the event likely turned into a dualathon. Well, that's not entirely true. This is a little bit outdated. So the thing is they actually did it, and that's what this top post actually is kind of saying. And kind of saying, like, the first swimmer emerging from the Seine River in the triathlon stated the water quality was actually not that bad. Man, that's great. Oh, but there you go. Team Great Britain. It looks like they won the triathlon. I think, and I also think what it was they did the men's and women's at the same time because they had a hard time over the previous several days. Like, this was supposed to be done a couple days ago, but they had a hard time getting all the sewage out and getting the E. coli levels down, like the germ levels down to an adequate enough level. And what some of the things that triathlons were saying was it wasn't so much you know, that it was like like it tasted like sewage or whatever. But there was a lot of reports that came out that they were drinking the water, and even one of the U.S. women's triathlon people, she was saying that she's like, I want to drink like a lot of it. But the biggest thing was the current of the river, and you can kind of see it before the camera kind of pans away. Like that current is moving pretty good, and from what it sounded like, they were going against the current. Yeah. Okay. Here you go. You can see. Look at that current. Like, and they were having to swim against that. That's crazy. But apparently they had a hard time getting, all the poop out for the previous couple days. And it's just nuts that's where they put them for the triathlon. And I think the triathlon should be like the peak Olympic event. And that's my opinion. Jeez, man. Yeah, here you go. From a couple days ago, Olympic triathlon canceled due to huge amounts of human feces in the river Seine. So, I don't know how you... Is it Seine or Seine? Is it? I think it's the Seine. I think it's Seine. And so, yeah. And I would be pretty honest, what I was really hoping to see was some pictures of... really hoping to see like a triathlon runner come out of the water and have like a poop smear like right across the forehead or something. Like they hit a piece of poop and it just smeared them like right there across the forehead. Dude, that would have been hilarious. That would have been great. That would have been the picture of the Olympics, man. Dude, look at that picture, man. It's just disgusting. I guess this guy's probably in there, obviously before, maybe like a couple days before or something like that. That was just, man, that's disgusting. Dude, Paris, get on your shit cleaning duties, man. Why is your rivers like that? Period. The triathlon was pushed back a couple of days in a row because of the high E. coli levels in the Seine. Roads were extremely slippery. The river was still dirty, but the event got the green light this morning. Disgusting stuff, but man, did it look awesome. What looked awesome? I couldn't imagine the river looked awesome. Yeah, that's... That's cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, that was an early start. Oh, man, yeah, that was an early start. Crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. North and South Korean athletes take a selfie together at the Olympics. It's amazing how happy and how free people are to express themselves when they're not being told how to act. That's awesome. That's really cool. Hold on.
Seca. Quien se mete con Elon Musk. Quien se mete conmigo se seca. Quien se mete con Venezuela se seca. Elon Musk. ¿Quieres pelea? Vamos a darle, Elon Musk. Estoy listo. Soy hijo de Bolívar y de Chávez. No te tengo miedo, Elon Musk. Vamos a darlo, pues. Donde quiera. Como decimos en Caracas, en los barrios. Si tú quieres, yo quiero, Elon Musk. Di dónde.
Wow, Elon Musk is like, yeah, let's do this. This is what we need. There used to be a show on that was called Celebrity Deathmatch. We need that in real life. We need these guys to get at it. I don't know, who do you think? Elon or whoever the leader of Venezuela is? This guy. Man, that's crazy. The stuff that's going on in Venezuela right now is crazy. What the... No way. This thing's really gonna take off? No way. No, that looks like a video. That's gotta be real. That's video. All the way. Yeah, 1000%. I still want to see it happen. Oh yeah, you can see it down here. be going faster than that. What game was this on? Down and messed up. Just a lightning bolt just destroys the freaking plane. What game was this? I was thinking this is a game. I don't really see anybody saying it's a game. I like seeing stuff like this. Helping people out that actually need help. This is great. As long as pedophobia exists, homophobia will continue to exist. Another sad example of attack on LGBT or the fear of the P word. I will say it again. It is in the best interest of the LGBT community to fight the MAP-M rights. What? Fight for MAP-M rights? What's MAP-M? Help normalize and legalize it. Now. Pedophobia? I don't know what pedophobia. Hold on. Like pedophobia, like interest in kids, and then people don't want that, and you're asking them to legalize that? Is that what you're saying? Keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on that one. Oh my gosh. Biden leadership assures employees Sony deal will not result in layoffs, restructuring. Company developers fear losing independence, but express caution and optimism after acquisition. Oh yeah, that was 2 years ago. I remember that. Oops, I've been blocked. Ooh, that's awesome. Donald Trump says he will ban gender reassessment surgery for all surgery for all children in all 50 states. Excellent. What girls think guys want. What guys actually want. Not wrong. Not wrong. Like, yeah, sure. Okay. Yep. Girl looks sexy without showing it all off. Dude. Olympics are a freaking joke, man. This motherfucker P. Parsons has apparently bought 17 cars since the start of 2023. Damn. $17 cars. Well, 17. We'll say 17 vehicles. How about that? Some of those are bikes. And that was a trike. 1950s Dodge Power Wagon? Damn. At least he's got good taste. What do you say? What do you say, Bife? Leadership needs to change. The decisions have constantly led to disaster for everyone who's actually been making the games we play. They've been reckless with the studio, its employees, and its franchise. The problem is clear. Bad leadership needs to change. Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Destin, this is devastating. No, it's more than devastating. It's pathetic. So literally, they just have a Harris for President event, and it's just it's just a concert. Ooh, Elgato. Fill in the blank. I wish Stream Deck could. Order Chipotle. Order food. Order food. Give me a sec. Something's up. Give me a sec. All right. Oh, man. Yeah, I would say just order food, man. That's not even a satire comment. I think that'd be kind of satire and practical. Voice meter, which all right, ranking the Deadpool films. Oh man, to me, Deadpool 2 was good. Ooh. RFK Jr. canceled multiple campaign events and is a dropout, potentially endorsed Donald J. Trump. What's your reaction? White House has had every opportunity to condemn the Olympic shameful mockery of the Last Supper, but they refuse to do so. Their silence has been taken as an endorsement. The more than 200 million Christians in America should take note. 25 million players have played Battlefield this year. Also, while talking... Also, while talking about the next Battlefield game, EA said it's not just one of the top priorities. it's also one of the most ambitious projects in our history. We've brought together the very best team, coupled with the resources and technology they need to deliver an epic Battlefield experience. Dude, y'all need to get on it. When was the last time y'all even put out a Battlefield game? Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day says he's going to renounce his American citizenship if Trump wins. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
White dudes for Harris. Let's see what they look like. Just as I suspected, bunch of faggots. White dudes for Harris.
Just as suspected. Bunch of faggots. Yeah, you're not wrong. They're a bunch of gay dudes. There's even trying to be gay people for Trump. There is actually a group called Gays for Trump. Go back and taking it forward. I've always liked the clear kind of see-through casings of the controllers. Kind of cool. Crackdown is on in San Francisco. Homeless encampments are being cleared after Governor Newsom's executive order. Watch the hand on the knee. I mean, I saw it when he sat down, but I don't know what that means. A disgrace. Dr. Disrespect teases his return to streaming. I thought this was Simone Biles. Never mind. Simone Biles is freaking goat, man. Xbox hardware revenue for Microsoft. Hold on, what was? I don't want to. Oh, hold on. So Dr. Disrespect's coming back. 36 days after his self-imposed hiatus, Dr. Disrespect is back on social media. Blah, blah, blah. The disgraced streamer posted on X today for the first time since June, sharing an image of himself playing chess across from an unseen opponent who's playing the checkers pieces. A not so deep interpretation of the post is that Beam is following through on his promise that he's not fucking going anywhere. trying to see like when. Did he say when he's coming back? Damn. Did not. All right. Pete Parsons has gone private. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan says Bungie offers way more value than Activision does for Xbox. I doubt that. Doubt that. Oh, hotfix for No Man's Sky going out. There you go. Damn. F that B. Dude, that B. Damn, dude. That sucks. High level competition, a B lands on your finger and fucks it all up. Sucks. What the hell is going on? No, not a fan. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Seeing black people call Kamala... So Globetrotter, I saw this comment earlier. Seeing black people call Kamala's Atlanta rally ghetto is crazy. So many of you claim to be proudly black but still care deeply about white acceptance. Des Bryant replied back to this. I think it's a slap in the face to black people who fight for our voice in America. The crowd looked uncomfortable. Have some integrity. Twerking at a rally is wrong. Will never be taken seriously. That's a pretty damn good statement right there. 5 words. Boom. Will never be taken seriously. You basically said the black people who prefer class and professionalism care about acceptance from white people. Your frequency vibration is very low. By the way, I'm a proud black man, brother. I got a Des Bryant jersey. The greatest wide receiver in the history of wide receivers, of all wide receivers in Cowboys history. And he didn't even say like which side he's on. He's just making a point like, dude, not about it, man. Not about it. We need to be taken seriously. Yeah. Good for you, Des. Whoa, PlayStation. PlayStation's backing out on the Bungie is independent agreement. Bungie will lose its autonomy and will likely become another PlayStation worldwide studio under SIE and Herman Hulst. Jeff Grubb's prediction. It's a prediction, not an actual thing. After probably what was reported last year, they were like 50% of their revenue targets and stuff like that. I kind of thought back then that they were probably going to get taken over. Like, because it wasn't good last year. Last year was kind of bad. Seniors should not pay tax on Social Security. Seniors pay taxes on Social Security? That's crazy. Yeah, they should not. I'm surprised. Yeah, what? Trump announces he wants to get rid of taxes for on Social Security checks. He just won the senior vote. Yeah, where's PlayStation first party roadmap for 2024?
No games on it! There's nothing! It's a Netflix box! There's nothing! There's no games on this! The best thing about this is the controller, so you can play like Dark Souls on it. There is no games on this thing! There's nothing! PlayStation. Games! There's no games on it!
Damn.
On this thing. There's nothing. There's no games. There's no games on it. There's nothing. It's a Netflix box. There's nothing. There's no games on this. The best thing about this is the controller, so you can play like Dark Souls on it. There is no games on this thing. There's nothing. PlayStation.
Dude, you're gonna have Bungie now. You're gonna take over Bungie. You'll have Destiny 3. What is going on? Oh, is she peeing? That's disgusting. She's peeing. That's gross. Shooter Thomas Crooks can be seen clearly lurking on the rooftop minutes before the shooting. Secret Service has held that snipers could not see him over the roof line. This is proven false. Oh, yeah. It's pretty obvious there. Dog pulls tongue is an acquired taste. That's a real dog. I can't believe he went that long. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. That's all fun. That's all staged because they would have been going at it for real. That was nothing. Oh, what were you doing? Hold up. You just squeeze lime juice. You just squeeze lime juice in your eye. That's what yeah. You'll never do that again. You learned a very valuable lesson. A female knocks out a man who she just saved from being beaten up. Oh, that's funny. That female's a badass. Gets one of them off, and then the one she saves knocks him out. All right, so the bike's going to be wrong in this instance. Yep, bike's wrong. 1000% bike's wrong. Yeah, dude, you deserve that. EACO, yep, read that. Mafia remade classic, another remake. The Department of State Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Services offers reward $15 million United States dollars for information leading to arrest conviction of Nicolas Maduro Moras. Isn't that the president of Argentina? Jeez. I'm still getting emails like this. Olympic bronze medalist. For the first time since 2018, the U.S. men are taking home hardware in the Olympic team competition. Congratulations to these 5 guys. Cool for gymnastics? Yeah, men's gymnastics team for winning a medal for the first time in 16 years. Jeez. It's pretty pathetic, man. Today is a difficult day for the Destiny team. Yeah. Wow, 35 years ago. Wow, Nintendo Game Boy. How old were you when the Game Boy was originally released in North America? Jesus. I was 5. Yeah, I was 5. I remember when that came out. Well, I don't remember when it came out, but I definitely remember playing it, man. A lot of Tetris. A lot of Tetris on the Game Boy. I remember the thing I remember most about that, the Game Boy, was my aunt and uncle in their house. They had one by their toilet. So whenever you go take a poo, you just pick it up, play a little Game Boy Tetris action. Probably a lot of poo on that Game Boy. I don't know what happened to that Game Boy, but I remember that. I remember that Game Boy. We used to use the Game Boys a lot on road trips and stuff. Yep, 35 years. Man, that's crazy. God dang. 35 years, man. That's awesome. Some people are just happy to have a piece of bread. Some people are just happy to have a working car. And some people aren't happy to have luxury items that other people will never see in their lifetime. That's awesome. Good. I'm glad they get to share this moment. That's good. I think that's old. I think I've seen that before, but the whole family falls asleep in the car. Dad's there. Take everybody in. That's actually a pretty cool advertisement. Doing backflips. What? Dude, like everybody's here at the end.
And then Petey is still in it up there in lane 4. He's trying for the three-peat. Petey trying to hold him off. And then you've got Nick Fink a couple of lanes below him. He's also battling for the top spot. But Petey is tough. And he reaches. And there's a tie for silver. And Martin Nagy down there in lane 7 out-touched everybody. Dead last. The last 50 meters with the entire field, and here they come. So remember, Nick Fink is down.
That's so cool. What? All right, hold on. Let me see what the
on the campaign trail, but I got home tonight and saw an interesting message from the Democrats here, calling my face weird. It's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last time that I've been called weird because of my scars, and I don't even really have a message for them. I have a message for anyone else out there who has been labeled or called weird because of the experiences that you've had. Whether it's visible like my scars or maybe invisible scars, we're all unique. We've all been given gifts, and we have people out there that want to label us based off of that. And so my message to you, to those of you who have been put down by others, is do not allow them to define you. Do not live out the narrative that they cast for your life. I am proud of my scars. They might look a little different, but it gives me an opportunity to encourage others. And so lean into it. Lean into the things that make you unique. Lean into the things that others might call weird, and realize that your experience, whether it was suffering or something else, gives you an opportunity to connect with others and give them hope. And so that's my desire, is that tonight you put that aside. You know that you're loved, you're appreciated, and that the things that make you unique can also be your greatest strength. So let's take this mission, providing hope to the world, seriously, and live according to the way that others who love us view us. Thank you.
So it's kind of funny. I've always complimented people that call me weird. Hey, you're weird. You do something like different, because weird is like the same as like kind of like different, unique, abnormal. And I've always told people that. And I was like, hey, but most people were, for whatever reason, like, you're weird. They don't really mean it like in a bad way. They're like, you're freaking weird. I think this dude gets his butt whooped. Don't spit on anybody, man. Oh, man. This is actually pretty funny, but seeing it. Holy shit. That's freaking cool.
You've attacked black. You have used words like animal and rabbit to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country.
You have used words like animal and rabbit to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black.
The mom did not age well at all. Oh my gosh.
When you're spending every day on your own, and here it goes. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. I'm just a... When you...
Wow, she looks amazing. Sir, good for you. You know how to pick them. Predator Hunting Grounds to Xbox Series XS later this year. Ilphonic is now the publisher of Predator Hunting Grounds, and new updates are coming soon. Yep, Ilphonic. Wow. You excited for Predator Hunting Grounds coming to Xbox? Yeah, dude, that's pretty cool. Be curious to see what that's about. Effectiveness of this filter. Smart. Yeah, not a filter and exhaust fan. That's kind of what I was thinking, but... seconds before disaster. I'm going to guess this dude's going to get sunk. Oh, shit. That dude's way too high. See him floating there, I think. So, hold on. Which one? Did they both fall? It was the old man. It was the old man that fell. Well, he had a little life jacket on. Yeah, the man fell, not this guy. Wow.
I will never understand why girls feel the need to post videos like this on Instagram. Her entire butt is out and she's literally shaking it. Dan!
I was honestly just trying to merge into the right lane.
What do you mean we're literally in the right lane? You mean into the trees?
No, I was only really looking to compare how much nicer your butt is.
So you were looking.
I mean,
you were looking and comparing. So you were analyzing it.
No, I won't.
I will never understand why girls feel the need to post videos like this on Instagram. Her entire butt is out and she's literally shaking it. Dan!
I was honestly just trying to merge into the right lane.
What do you mean we're literally in the right lane? You mean into the trees?
I'm not gonna say what I do. It's what I'm thinking. Like, what the hell are you talking about? This is Brazil. Hey, that's pretty dope. That horse gets really good care.
And then she was everybody's favorite Hindu Indian prosecutor and attorney general and senator, and now she becomes black. But, you know, I met her daddy, fine gentleman, Professor Harris. And the problem with her being black is Professor Harris says he's Caucasian, mixed Irish and Hindu. He doesn't have any black ancestors, but his Irish ancestors owned a lot of slaves in Jamaica and had them to work on plantation. So if mama is on the birth certificate listed as a Caucasian, daddy says he's a Caucasian Hindu and has no black ancestors, how did she get to be black? And then she was everybody's.
That is a great question, sir. I wonder if she does one of those 23andMe things. I wonder what it comes back as. I could just laugh.
А у тебя девушка есть уже какая-то? Да?
Да, его зовут мама.
А, его зовут мама, твою девушку, да?
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Where was this? That kid's like, I'm about it. I'm about it. I'm about it. He ain't chopping my dick off. So I think this is actually pretty good context, I guess, and understanding to have. Power Wars community manager says our dead game fixation is ruining gaming. I don't think it really serves anyone to push gamers to play the same game day in and day out. It's not healthy for us. And it's a lot of this is content creators saying like, oh my god, look how much this game has dropped off. And it's always interesting to kind of keep track of like player counts, because if you see games kind of going up on player counts, then obviously it's like, all right, maybe it's something I want to keep track of, or give a shot. Like, why is everybody kind of going into this game, and whatnot. But John Buckley, jeez. Community manager for Power Wars developer Pocket Pair has waded into the dead games discourse once again. Speaking in an interview with the YouTube channel Going Indie, Buckley pushed back. I guess the idea that the only measure of a game's success is how long it's able to maintain the highest possible player count. I don't think it really serves anyone to push gamers to play the same game day in and day out, Buckley said. Buckley first spoke out against the impulse to declare a game dead back in February when Power Worlds had started suffering the dead game moniker after its player count had dwindled from its unsustainable millions to mere tens of thousands of players. A player base most games on Steam would be thrilled to entertain, calling the discourse lazy. Buckley said it was a good time to step in and reassure those of you capable of reading past a headline that it is fine to take breaks from games. Yeah, and we've seen even a couple other devs, studios even come out and kind of say this. You know, it's good. Take breaks from games. Take breaks from games. Just even from gaming. Go outside, go for a walk, whatever. Touch grass. Power World, he said, wasn't in a position to pump out massive amounts of new content, urging players not to apply the expectation to everything they play. While Buckley's frustration with the dead game label isn't as apparent in his Going Indie interview, he's echoing those same thoughts. I don't think you need to be pushing yourself to play the same game all the time. It's not healthy for us, Buckley told Going Indie, saying it's an idea that harms developers and gamers alike. If we expect all games to attract players infinitely, Buckley says, we're going to get more of these really soulless live service games that come out and get shut down 9 months later, 12 months later, because they're not making enough money. Yeah. Not wrong. Not wrong. And that's the thing is like live service, where is it? Where do you say? Soulless live service. They gotta keep the player counts high, right? Because they have a live service game which has a lot of expenses related to it and stuff like that. So it's a sentiment I'm sympathetic to, even if it's an argument made to shore up Power World's reputation. As French theorist Paul Virilio taught us, you can't invent the ship without inventing the shipwreck. Major publishers in the game industry ushered in the notion of the dead game by propagating the idea of a living one. Before games as a service, a dead game was just called a game. Or now apparently extremely dire implications to what would have been a natural video game lifecycle for decades, expecting games to occupy our attention indefinitely when their design might have no business doing so. As the solution, Buckley suggests spending as much money on indies as you can, regardless of whether there's only 5 people playing it. While I suspect it'll take more than that to shift the nature of the games industry and the discourse around it, it's probably not a bad place to start. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, because I played Power World, it just wasn't for me. Like I'm probably one of these that are like right over here. I might even left before it even peaked, but I was probably like one of the early leavers. Like, I got in, tested it out. Wasn't for me. I moved on. That's it. That's it. Nothing. Not that I hated the game. I saw why people liked it. It just wasn't for me. And there's plenty of other games. Like Starfield's another one. Like, they don't have to have super high play count. I don't even know how many people play Starfield. Ooh. Translucent Tech is back. Welcome to the stage, Sky Cypher with the controller. Yeah. Alright, I'll tell you what. Look, a bunch of Hollywood faggots for Harris. See? Nobody cares. That's pretty funny. That's great. Oh, man. When a Democrat says democracy, what do they really mean? Yeah. So this is crazy, and this is something that we haven't really seen. Like, we haven't... Okay, so I guess this is...
Mr. Crooks, was there anything that might have made you aware of what your son was up to?
Mr. Crooks, can you explain why your son has such a limited social circle?
Is there any statement you'd be willing to share with us right now, Mr. Crooks?
I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Kind of like that one. That's pretty good. Yeah, so the interesting thing is we haven't heard shit from the parents, which is crazy. Like, how have we not heard from the parents? The father of Thomas Matthews Crooks, the shooter who tried to assassinate President Trump, was confronted by some members of the media about why his son had such a limited social circle and why he shot Trump. As you can see, the father looks like a total slob who appears to have zero remorse over what his son did. I look like a slob. Don't judge a book by cover. But yeah, it wasn't like he was like shaking that his son was dead and is shaking that his son tried to kill like a former president. That's crazy. Who is the person walking with Mr. Crooks in a mess? Obviously, these are Democrats and not conservative. How do I know? Trump supporters don't wear masks post-COVID. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's kind of true. Someone's about to. I was about to say, are they about to get arrested? Yeah, good. Andy Andreas suspended. He is a male powerlifter, has been dominating in women's powerlifting. Shocker. He can't understand why women are so bad at powerlifting. He has been sus for 6 months for abuse, threats, and harassment. So, yeah, I mean, it's an Australian thing, if you haven't heard about that. So Venezuelans are raiding warehouses controlled by Maduro's forces, and they're finding massive stockpiles of medicines and food. It's becoming evident the regime was keeping it all to themselves to manufacture artificial shortages and make the public dependent on the regime. Wow. Hey, socialism at its finest. Coming to America. Ryan McCaffrey, games I'm excited for the rest of the year. Star Wars Outlaws. I'm interested in Star Wars Outlaws and not exactly interested on how much it costs, but I'll probably pick it up and play it. Dead Rising and DR. I don't know what DR stands for, but okay. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Diablo 4 VOH, COD, Black Ops 6, Assassin's Creed Shadows. We'll see about that one. Stalker 2, very much interested in that. Indiana Jones and Avowed. Those will probably be next year, my personal opinion. I'm also interested in hearing about Civilization. Discord integration on Xbox is getting some upgrades. Watch Friends Discord streams. Friends voice channels now appear under Happening Now directly in the Xbox guide. You now call your Discord friends direct from Xbox. Oh, cool. There you go. All right. Oh, Dana White demolishes Kamala DEI narrative. Oh, I'm always down for
before
Dana
that
White.
politics is way nastier than
No
sports.
filter on this guy.
Campaign has already gotten pretty nasty. I think people expected it to get nasty now that there is a new head of that Democratic ticket. It's the Vice President, Kamala Harris. You know, you have joked before that politics is way nastier than sports or the UFC. But what we're seeing, I mean, there's a labeling of the Vice President as a DEI hire. You yourself have prided yourself on giving both men and women opportunities at your organization. What do you think of this message that attacks the race and gender of an opponent?
Yeah, I don't judge people by their politics and you know, who they vote for or any of that stuff. And listen, I don't know Kamala. She seems like she's a nice person. You know, I have nothing against her whatsoever. And like I said, I'm not political. But do I think that she is fit for the job? I do not, personally.
But it's not necessarily about the policy, it's the approach to attacking one. I mean, I know that you are very well versed in what it's like to have a matchup, and people are going to go at each other for the sake of the sport and entertainment. But when it comes to attacks particularly, I mean, there was that quote from J.D. Vance, who is his running mate, talking about childless cat ladies. I mean, these are not things that are in line with enveloping perhaps women into the fold, which is something you have always stood for, you say, in your sport. Why shouldn't that be the same in politics?
Yeah, well, listen, politics are the most disgusting, nasty, it's atrocious what is said in politics. And the things that are being said on one side are being said on the other side, too, about Trump and about, you know, his choice for vice president. It goes both ways. This isn't like, oh my God, look what's being said about Kamala. It goes both ways. They're both saying it. And like you said, it's already heated up and gotten nasty. And like you said earlier, it's only going to get nastier. That's politics. It is what it is. And it definitely goes both ways.
I don't know that it's going both ways to have the childless cat lady comment or a DEI hire. Who's calling you think that Vice President Kamala Harris is calling J.D. Vance a DEI hire, Dana? Come on.
But either way, she's going to say other nasty stuff about both of them. It goes both ways. And as voters, what we need to do is cut through all the BS, and you have to look at who do you think is best fit to run the country for the next 4 years. That is our job as voters. All of this stuff is a bunch of nasty.
Wow, they left that in?
BS. All of it. Who's best fit to run the country? You as a voter, that's what you need to decide. Not, oh my God, he said this, and oh my God, she said that. There's going to be a lot of that over the next several months. Cut through, and especially the media. Cut through all the BS that the media on both sides. You guys are really bad. Fox is bad. Everybody's bad. Cut through the BS and vote for who you think is the most fit to run the country. That's our job as voters.
Well, look, I don't wear pearls. I don't pretend to clutch them and pretend that I'm shocked by every nasty insult that is waged against another person. But I think your point, though, about the American people wanting to know who's best for the country, this is the issue. When people are focusing not on policy positions, but personal attacks that have nothing to do with what voters want to hear about, that detracts from the experience of voters making a decision, and that's the problem. And I'm going to just know when you say you guys are terrible, you clearly don't mean Laura Coates. But Dana, that's happening, by the way, right now. And you got this fight that everyone is actually talking about, not in Paris, but now in England. They might be a little mad at you these days, Dana.
Everybody's mad at me these days, and in the past, so I'm used to it.
No wonder you get along with politicians. Dana White, nice to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. Have a great day.
Dana's the GOAT, man. Dana is the GOAT. So it's a pretty good Warren's Law. Yeah, I think I'm good. Kelly Chen comes up with a huge block to win it for the United States. Is that gold? Did she win gold? She wouldn't go.
For the Americans. That's it! The United States has held on to beat a very spunky French team. 20.
Damn, some backlash on Pete Parsons following the Bungie layoffs. Coward, you did this. You chose this. I'm already listed as do not work with, and I don't care anymore. You lied to my face, straight to it. You also invited me to come see your new cars 2 days before you laid me off. 2 fucking days. Leave now. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm good. I'm going to stop it there.